meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Who? I'm back to ruin the entire operation. It's LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Me, Stryker, along with Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. John and Serj from System of a Down. What's up, you guys?
What's going on?
Oh, man. I'm so excited. I've had the best day ever. Capping off the night with you guys here. This is fantastic.
Thanks, man.
The night's not capped off here, Strike.
We're going somewhere after this?
Of course.
For some food? Other than the cookies?
Well, yeah, definitely food.
Definitely food. You're always hungry, but you're in the best shape of almost any person I know, John.
Yeah, I have a rigorous training routine.
It's these cookies that you're eating, right?
That's it.
Man, Drew, how are you?
Good. How are you? Just now, Stryker and I have been sort of working on our boundaries together. So last night he kept reaching across and touching me,
but not out of like this. I was so excited. I was like, Drew.
yeah. Whatever.
Brotherly love.
Is that why? Where do you usually have Adam?
He usually sits there. I sit there.
Oh, okay.
So why am I sitting here?
Because I feel like sitting here. I'm in charge.
Now, so you're going to pick on me like he kind of picks on you?
No, because I'm picking the calls, remember?
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know how to use the computer.
It's all good.
No, I don't.
It's all good.
I don't know how to use any computer.
It's okay. I don't even have email, so.
You guys have a concert coming up.
Hold on, Dr. Drew. I wanted to say something before you get to the concert part. This is very important because we're going to screw around a lot, but also we're going to, I think, educate a lot of people tonight on stuff going on with your Armenian people and Armenian Genocide. We're also going to take calls, play some music the whole night. But as Dr. Drew just alluded to, let's talk about the concert you're doing April 24th at the Greek, which sold out like that. And either one of you guys take it away, what it's for, why, who, what, when, where, and then Drew and I will chime in and try to educate.
It's a benefit concert to commemorate the Armenian Genocide perpetrated by the Ottoman government in 1915. 1.5 million people were massacred, and it's something that we've always talked about with the band in the press, media, and we actually did a show a couple of years ago called Souls. I think it was in 2000. And raise some money for that. There's a postcard campaign going on right now in the U.S. Congress with getting attention to the Speaker of the House and Senate Majority Leader to vote on a genocide convention.
What prompted that genocide?
What prompts most genocides?
No, but I mean, what was the political situation at the time? Most people, when you say Ottoman, people go,
it's the predecessors to the government of Turkey. And it was during World War I. However, the actual genocide was a racial cleansing, and I think a lot of genocides and holocausts they use race and religion as an excuse, but the underlying motive is usually economic, in my opinion.
Is April 24th a date chosen for a specific reason, or is that a date that happens to be open at the Greek?
No, it's the day of commemoration of the Armenian Genocide worldwide, and it's the 89th, year since the genocide. So, and the important thing about it is the denial aspect of it. A lot of countries in the world have fully recognized the massacres as a genocide. France and European Parliament and Italian Parliament, the Vatican, Russia. However, certain countries still lag behind, including our own Congress here. And the government of Turkey, obviously, is the big denier. And in that way, they're participating in the crime of their predecessors.
Do you feel, Serj, that there's a lot of weight on your soldiers being in the position you're in now to get your point out and teach people about this? I mean, you guys are huge, not just, of course, in L.A. where you're from, but all over the world now. So, I mean, you can really get your voice out to people. Do you feel a responsibility, or do you think you would get this out there even if you were still playing just Roxy shows or whiskey?
Exactly. I really don't feel a responsibility. It's more of something that's, I think, in our hearts. And like, to us, the whole Armenian Genocide issue is not even political. We are partially a political band. We do all other sorts of things as well, obviously. But to us, this issue is personal. All our grandfathers are survivors. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. And
actually, I wouldn't be here at all if my grandmother's first husband wasn't killed during the genocide.
If he wasn't killed?
Yeah.
Because she took off after that, or
she escaped? He didn't.
Were there concentration camps or something? They were
It was similar to concentration camps, except they never really waited for it. It all happened in a matter of a few days. It was not a long-term thing. We were not at war with anyone at the time. You know, it was basically farmers, villagers taking care of their families, and soldiers coming in, killing them, and then moving on to the next village, killing them.
The intellectuals were rounded up, sorry to interrupt, but the intellectuals were rounded up first so that they won't disseminate any type of revolt or anything like that. And then the men were gathered in the pretense of taking them to war or camps, but they were all killed. And then the women and children were sent toward the desert between what is now Turkey and Syria, and they were left to die there.
Well, if you guys are just tuning in to LoveLine, I'm Stryker with Dr. Drew. John and Serj are here from System of a Down. I've known you guys maybe 4.5, possibly 5 years now. And when the April 24th has rolled around, I think I've spoken to John a lot on that day when you guys have had either rallies or gone to maybe different parks. I can't remember especially what you did. Are you still going to do stuff during the day on that day before you play that night? And do you recall what I'm referring to, John? And then
there's things that take place actually all over the world on that day. It's like Serj
memorials.
Said, memorials, and it is a commemoration. We don't, we're living in trying times. Many things are happening all over the world that are disturbing. Not necessarily just in the United States, but everywhere in the world. And it's difficult for us as Americans to put ourselves in the shoes of others. But in doing so, we help prevent things like the Armenian Genocide and other things that are taking place right now. And it's important to reflect on that and not just reflect on the fact that Armenians were killed, but that people are killed unfairly every day.
What's bugging you outside lately, Serj? Not bugging you, but is anything in the world just eating at you that's gone on the last few years? The war?
I got a list.
Is it a list now? Is that list being written down as lyrics in new System songs? Is there maybe a couple songs with a theme of how you're feeling?
Everything in our lives, as far as thematically, come through the music and the lyrics between all of us, Darren, myself, Shavo, and John, and so I'm sure it will reflect it.
I think you guys do a really good job of getting out how you feel about things, but without necessarily shoving it down your audience's throat. They can take it if they want, or they can say,
No one wants to be preachy, and no one wants to listen to a speech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you put things in an emotional realm, and if you open your heart and really reflect how you feel, and people feel that's important.
Definitely. It's 1-800-LOVE-191. Let's grab some phone calls. We'll talk about it some more. Talk about the show.
Sure.
Maybe play a System song, one that we haven't heard a million times on the radio station all over the world.
Are there any left?
No. Yeah, but I always wanted to play Forest as a single. That is, oh man, I love that song. Which I would throw on every now and then. Prison song as well.
Didn't you start playing Psycho?
Yes, I did, and then everyone jumped on. I was first one on there with Psycho, man. There we go. All right, Rachel, you're 20 on LoveLine with 50% of System of a Down.
Yes. My question was that I heard you guys talking about how people that have been abused can't get in normal relationships unless they have therapy.
Well, what we say is that if you have a trauma history, a very common consequence of that is disrupted relationships or inability to maintain intimacy.
Yes, I was just wondering why you say that.
Because it's a fact. And it's one of the strange features of the human being is that everything that happens early in life has a disproportionate effect on everything else that is to follow. That's one strange feature. The other strange feature is that when something really traumatizing happens to you, you keep doing it over and over again. And so you're trying to recreate it and make it right, or recreate it and control it. You'll do the same thing that happened to you when you were 3 or 5. You'll recreate that in your relationship.
What if it happens to you at 14, 15, 16?
It doesn't happen like that. It may traumatize you, and you may have post-traumatic stress symptoms and things like that, but it won't lock you in the way the earlier stuff does, typically. So there you go.
All right. Yes. Put it on hold, Drew. We're segueing on.
All right, go ahead.
All right, well, Jackie. You're 17, Jackie, on LoveLine. What's up?
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to say I love System of a Down, and I wanted to ask them something. I am a really big fan of everything, but there's one question I don't know. How did you guys start out? Were you guys playing in a band, a club or something, and Rick Rubin just discovered you, or how did that happen?
Good question, especially if you're not from LA.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm from New York. I'm just in Arizona right now.
You can actually become really well informed on the band if you go on our website.
Okay.
It's www.systemofdown.com.
Yeah.
There's pretty much everything on there that you would want to know about us.
All right, I think you guys rock, and tell Darren he's the best guitarist ever.
You got it.
Oh man, that was cool. Well, John,
Thank you.
how let's talk about new system music, which I don't know when it's going to come out, but you guys have been writing and the music and lyrics.
They're working on it now.
I'm
We're
aware
actually
of
working
that.
on it right now.
I was going to set up
Because
John
Darren's
so he
probably
can
working on it right
mention Rick Rubin is working with you guys once again. Is that right?
Yes.
And are you guys actually in the studio with them yet?
We're actually still in the writing phase, and
Okay.
we're at a rehearsal studio, so we haven't started recording anything. And we are slowly starting to work on pre-production.
And does he ever pop his head in and say, "Hey, can I just hear what you guys are working on?"
Yeah, absolutely.
And is that nerve-wracking, or you guys known him so long, it's like whatever he says, we'll take it.
Actually, when Rick comes in, it's really cool when he comes in. We enjoy it. He's such a cool guy. We really don't look at it like, oh, he's our producer, and we have to act a certain way or anything. It's just, it's more comfortable when he's there.
He's a
as opposed to
positive
less.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, very. And he's always got a big smile on his face.
Right.
And
It's like if Stryker were your producer.
exactly. Except we would get nothing done in front.
But we
Because me and
get a lot
Stryker
of
just be
cookies,
out.
though.
You would get a lot of cookies, but they were
We weigh
delivered
like
to me, and
25.
I pawned them off to you guys.
There you go.
All right, Coley, you're 26?
Shannon.
Oh, Shannon, you're 15.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, your phone screener was kind of making fun of me on this, but I'm 15, and is it possible for girls to have hernia?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
What is a hernia?
It's a hernia.
Shut up, John. You bastard.
Hernia is a hole in the wall of your abdomen where bowel basically extrudes through.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not as pretty as I thought it was.
Can't you get it from picking up heavy things?
Yeah, I mean that stuff extrudes the bowel down.
And what has to happen to fix a hernia?
Well, it depends where it is, but if the typical one is an inguinal hernia, they can do it now with a laparoscope. They open a space up in here and put a little sheet down in there and close it off.
Why do you think you have a hernia, Shannon?
I don't know. I thought it was like a couple days ago I had eaten some of my friend's macaroni, so I thought I had gotten sick. I couldn't even sit up straight, and then it's still like that. I can't sit up straight.
Well, it says in Drew's book you can get a hernia from lifting weights or eating macaroni.
That sounds like food poisoning.
What are you talking about? You cannot sit up straight. You had vomiting after you ate something?
No, I didn't. I wasn't puking, but at first I thought I was going to, but it didn't really feel.
So you had nausea and then what? Abdominal pain?
Yeah, major bad.
Okay, there's about 10,000 things that can cause abdominal pain and nausea.
Okay.
It's not a hernia.
Way down the list would be hernia.
Well,
Unless it was a heavy plate of food.
What's that?
Like these
You never
cookies John
know.
is eating.
Yeah.
It's like a cramp, terrible, terrible cramp. And when I feel it, it kind of feels like it's swollen than on the other side. It's like the muscle is bigger than on that side.
Appendicitis.
Down in your abdomen.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, because could be you need to see a doctor immediately. This could be 100 things.
Okay.
And some of them could be surgical, so it's not something you can just wait on. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Shannon.
There you go.
Let's go to Lauren.
Oh,
Lauren,
okay,
yeah,
Lauren.
you're 18, Lauren. What's going on? You're on a System of a Down on LoveLine.
Sleeping.
Hello?
There she is.
What's up, Lauren?
I recently just moved to Ohio, and my boyfriend moved to Vegas, and we used to have sex all the time, and I'm probably one of the horniest people I know, and now it's really hard for me.
You don't know John Dolmayan that well.
Just kidding. And I was just about to give you my bass player's number.
Really? Me?
What?
Shavo.
Oh, Shavo. Strike two. Sorry, go ahead, Lauren. You're horny, and you're 18, and your boyfriend lives in Vegas.
Yeah.
And?
What's your question?
I try to control it, but I just I can't. I guess I don't know. But I was wondering if there's anything that I could take to make me not so horny or something. I don't know.
Birth control.
Well, Lauren, it sounds a little naive here. What is going on? Are you a sexual abuse survivor?
No.
Were you physically abused growing up?
No.
Are you bipolar? Do you have manic depression?
No.
Anything like that?
No.
So, why don't you just? Are you having sex with guys you don't want to have sex with?
Well,
They're fulfilling a need she's after, I'm sure,
No,
right?
but if she's doing behaviors that she doesn't want, really genuinely doesn't want to, and can't contain them, that's a problem. But if on the other hand she just is having consequences and just doesn't want to manage them, but she really wants to do these things, that's a different question.
It's like I do, but once I do them, I regret it a lot.
How many times that happen?
A few.
More than 5?
Probably around there.
And how long has he been in Vegas?
Oh God.
Why don't you break up with this guy? You're only 18.
Right.
You live in Ohio. He lives in Vegas. I don't think there's any flights to get there in an hour from Ohio.
That's the bottom line. You need to break up with this guy.
And I guarantee right now he's at Crazy Horse 2 hanging out, throwing away dollars.
That really is what needs to happen. You need to give yourself a little room here, break up, and start dating other guys. It's fine.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, I've been like this for a long time, so.
Are you worried that you're overly horny and maybe sexually compulsive, probably?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was getting. You can't really. It's hard to be sexually compulsive without having a trauma history. And you're telling me things have been perfect. You're completely delighted with your life. Yes.
Well, no, but I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute. Magically, it's not that way. What?
I said no, but I mean, my life hasn't been perfect, but I haven't been abused.
You haven't been traumatized. No one ever hit you.
No, not me.
Who did they hit?
My mom.
And who hit your mom?
My dad.
So you had to be around violence in your home.
Mhm.
Was there alcoholism and drug addiction in the family?
Yeah, both my parents are alcoholics.
Okay, that's traumatizing.
So she may have the gene that doesn't know it yet?
Yeah, that's another possibility. This could be part of sexual addiction. You're a trauma survivor, both from the standpoint of having alcoholic addict parents and physical violence in the home. And I bet if you really sat down and started being honest with yourself, you'd find a lot of other things that were very unsettling about your childhood. And the way to manage those feelings are to have sex. And so it's really not about being horny. It's about trying to escape overwhelming, painful feelings.
Yeah.
So, are you an addict also yourself? Do you do drugs or alcohol?
I drink quite a bit, but.
Okay, so you may also have the gene of alcoholism, and this could be sort of a sexual. This is all could be alcoholism. The whole thing, coming from an alcoholic family, having the gene, all this. So if you really, it's naive to think that you can take a pill to fix such a complex problem. So if you want to,
because I heard that birth control could control that, but I'm on Depo-Provera.
Which is about as powerful a suppressant as you can take from the standpoint of suppressing your sex drive.
Yeah.
It's naive, Lauren, to think you can put something in your mouth and make these complex problems better.
Unless, of course, it's
with John. No.
What?
I thought he was going there again.
No, I was not going there.
No, Lauren, you need.
What's with you two today?
I don't know. I'm going to start touching you again.
Stop it. You need to start going to 12-step meetings, Lauren. It is a complex process you need to work your way through here. This is not going to magically get better. There's no magic pill for stuff like this.
Oh,
that's
man, Lauren.
Heavy. Here we go.
Last night we were talking about more double D breast girls. It was ridiculous. Line 2.
Line 2.
Yeah, 2. Edward.
Yeah.
What's up, man? You're 19. I'm with System of a Down.
Yeah, System of a Down.
Hey.
I just want to say I'm a big fan of you guys. I have all your albums. And I love your message in general, especially Serj, the lyrics.
Thanks, brother.
And I think we need more bands like you guys out there. And I wanted to ask you guys if you're going to be participating in the international protest against the war this Saturday.
Axis of Justice is actually we've put it up on the website. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to go myself, but we've helped disseminate some of the information, and there's a possibility I might be able to go actually.
Is there any time where people in the band have different views on politics?
All the time.
Absolutely.
And do you need to resolve that within the band?
You guys have room for different opinions.
We always have room for different opinions because we're for different human beings,
Mm-hmm.
And but what we try to do instead of arguing about it is kind of educate each other on our views, And we do a pretty good job of it. We don't really step on each other's toes too much.
Right.
I've learned a lot from these guys.
Likewise.
And I think one thing I want to say also is I know you guys are coming across a little bit like political and so smart, but you guys also have a personality, not only in person when you're not performing, but on some of your songs as well. So if you guys haven't heard any System songs,
no, there's a lot of humor.
Check it out. Yeah,
and I laugh at some of our stuff personally.
Yeah.
And if you know us as individuals, you'll laugh a lot too.
Yes,
which you have. Both of
I
you.
have.
John gets his inspiration from the Taboo series. He and Adam had lengthy.
I knew that was going to come out.
Taboos. Is that song? Wait, what's the song? Is the song around?
Anderson's not in there. Oh, there it is.
Can you sing it, John?
I can't sing.
Come on.
My singer's here though. Maybe
Serj.
I'll lend him the video.
I don't know.
All I remember is
It's a classic film pornography from the 70s that
Yes.
John and Adam have communed about for over the years.
But the best part is when we first met.
Yes.
Actually, before I met them, Adam left the show early, like 20 minutes early.
To go to John's house.
Because I was with some friends playing cards that night, and I had to go home from there to give him the video. That's how much he's a taboo tweak.
He hadn't seen it in 25 years or something, and he had to see it that moment.
So he left here early to go get it. And you left your card game.
And from what I understand, he didn't show up to work for 2-3 days.
Yeah, he's not been the same since. And it's a movie. It's a classic story of a young man having sex with both his mom and his sister.
That's why it's called taboo.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, quite a.
It's a long. It's a 4 or 5. 5 of the first 20 are great.
There's that many of them.
Yeah, the first 3 are classics, in my opinion.
Like I said, John's inspiration in life is.
John
I wouldn't go that far.
Many levels.
Inspiration on many ways.
Hold on. We have to. Oh, we just got the last note.
It was a folksy song about a guy you'd want to know.
At least there was production value back then in porn.
Yeah.
Now it's just like,
Yeah, there you go.
Who needs production in porn, my friend?
you got to have a story.
Yeah. Well, there you go. It's kind of like the pizza delivery one. Who is it? Pizza delivery. Do I look hot? Yes. Jump in my bed.
Taboo for.
John has always complained you need romance.
You do.
You have to have, yeah, why not? Romance is important in life.
In porn?
In porn.
In porn, right. Adam.
Yeah.
Adam, you're 18 on LoveLine. What's up?
Yeah, hi. First of all, I just want to say, Dr. Drew, you're freaking awesome, man.
Thank you, Adam. What's going on?
All right.
Drew, hold on. You're very,
Is that
very
Adam
serious
Carolla?
tonight.
Did you have Adam Carolla calling?
What's wrong? Are you all right?
No, I'm good. I'm good. What is up with me? What do you think?
Yeah. Hold on one sec, Adam,
No,
on the
I'm
phone.
good.
All right.
You sure?
No, I'm good, yeah.
You're a little testy.
Am I? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be.
Your
Last
little
night-
testes.
Am I? I don't mean to be.
You're
Exactly.
very relaxed last night. You were petting me. You were being mean. I was being mean back. It was fun. Come on.
All right.
You all right?
I'm good. I'm good. Don't touch me.
There you go. Adam.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Yeah. I just got this girlfriend like 3 months ago, and I have this uncontrollable erection all the time that like I'm around her, like kissing her or something like that, you know? And like I was wondering if there was like some kind of pill or something that like I could take, because it's really embarrassing. You know?
Why is it embarrassing?
Well, on one hand, I'm disturbed that we have young callers asking for pills to fix their spiritual, physiological
It's your
problems.
libido.
Yeah,
Don't fight it.
It's
One day you may miss it.
Your body is telling you something. Yeah. Keep going, John.
Then you're going to want pills to fix that.
No, your body's
It's
telling you
embarrassing,
something.
you know?
Why is it embarrassing? Because you're kissing and all of a sudden you're poking out?
Wear some heavy jeans. Don't wear sweatpants.
You should be honored that you're getting a boner, man. Seriously.
How old are you?
He's only 18.
Dude, don't worry about it.
You're not having sex with her, right?
Correct.
That's good times. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good. That's what's
How long you been going out with her?
All good.
About 3 months.
Can you have an orgasm while kissing her?
No.
Good. That's good. See,
I have a
that'd be
friend.
embarrassing.
I have a friend. I'm not going to say his name,
Wear a
but
condom when you go.
his first name rhymes with Havid. He can.
David Bevanisti?
No, not him. He can have an orgasm at a strip club from a lap dance.
Oh yeah.
And
he spends $20 on one dance, and he goes home
He's
and
a
he
cheap
walks.
date.
Yeah, seriously,
With himself.
it is unbelievable.
That's great.
I don't know if it's. I don't want to be jealous of that.
No, because you certainly don't want to be his girlfriend, right? If he's
Right.
getting, that's like a 10-second love affair.
But here's the thing. He says he's fine at round 2 right away.
Round 2, what, like 2 in the morning?
No, round 2, 2 minutes later. What happened to our screen?
2 minutes
We're taking a
later,
break.
that's...
Oh, we're taking a break?
It was screwing up.
All right, we're going to take a break. This is LoveLine. I'm Stryker for Adam, by the way. John and Serj are here from System of a Down. We're going to talk more about the show April 24th, the Souls benefit concert. It's sold out, and probably play a little System of a Down music as well. More LoveLine after this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine is brought to you by Metro PCS. Permission to speak freely.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on 105 Alternative, San Francisco.
All right, we are back on LoveLine. I'm Stryker in for Adam, who I think is in New York, along with Dr. Drew. John is here, and Serj from System of a Down, the April 24th show. It's a benefit show. It's sold out like that. How many different charities is the money going to, you guys? Is it just one charity, and how is it divvied up, and why, and what is the money going to end up doing?
Well, first of all, there's the John Dolmayan Mercedes-Benz Fund.
You wish. There's about 6 or 7 charities. There's an organization called genocideproject.org. They interview survivors of the Armenian Genocide. And an organization called Teach Tolerance, Teach Genocide, International Association of Genocide Scholars, and Facing History and Ourselves, which is a really good educational organization that deals with a lot of high schools and colleges and goes out there and teaches how to prevent genocide and the history of genocide and Holocaust.
And then when these charities get the money, I guess my question is, how is that money going to be utilized, and if you even know the answer, I guess? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like you're going to hand this money off to many of the organizations, and then do you know what exactly they're going to do?
These are all organizations that deal with educating regarding genocide and whatnot.
Got it.
And this organization called the Armenian National Committee of America, they're a Washington, D.C. based organization, and they lobby for genocide recognition in Congress. We've worked with them, and we're donating part of it to them as well.
You were mentioning something, we came close to a vote.
What is genocide?
Our last president, what happened?
In 2000, there was a resolution in Congress that was pretty much getting a majority, and the congressmen that were basically sponsoring the bill knew that they were about to get it passed, and it was about to come to a vote on the floor. And President Clinton at the time called Speaker Hastert and asked him to withdraw the bill from a vote, which happened. There was a letter there was a press release at the time, and he said that American lives would be endangered in Turkey or something like that, but it was mostly geopolitical reasons having to do with our ally status with Turkey, which is a terrible excuse for denying genocide.
Where in the U.S., just I'm curious, is there a large Armenian population? I know in the
Eagle Rock.
No, I was going to name the places in Southern California, Glendale.
Yeah, of course.
But are there any other states, cities in California where there's a large population of Armenians? I'm just curious.
Population in Boston, Chicago, and most major cities.
Yeah, I'm sure. But is there one
Fresno,
place
I
more
think has a bunch of
really?
To be honest with you, I think there's more Armenians in the United States than in Armenia at this point.
Because you're here, John.
Exactly.
They followed you. John Dolmayan. Let's live with him.
I only came here 20 years ago.
Wait. What about number 2? Czar. Good segue, right? Czar, you're 21, almost System of a Down.
Yes. Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm actually calling because I just wanted to get a chance to thank System for what they're doing and getting their message out and getting their word out and helping the, youth population realize that there's other outlets besides violence of getting their words out and their feelings out and getting the message out to the government and to everyone that about what's going on. And, like my brother, he just formed a band. You guys being kind of like role models to get his feelings and outlets out through that. And I just wanted to thank you guys, and that it's greatly appreciated what you guys do.
Thank you, Czar. That's really cool for you to call and say that. Thank you.
Those are very kind words.
What do you guys do outside of music, Serj, if you want to reveal? Because, I see John into many fun things. No, nothing bad, but I'm
he watches Taboo and he eats.
John likes porn, eats, and playing cards, and hanging out and listening to music, I assume. And he wants a Mercedes.
No, I don't really want a Mercedes. I'm just kidding.
And you're into football, aren't you?
I like the Bills, Buffalo Bills.
Right.
How many siblings do you have? Do you have siblings?
I have one.
Yeah.
My sister, who is mad at me right now.
That's right. Why? It's because you were yelling at her before we went on the air.
No, that's the way we communicate.
Why were you yelling at your sister?
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, come on.
All right, okay.
Or how about the guy that can't close the deal?
The guy that
No. Shh.
You know who you are.
Cállate la boca, señor Stryker. All right, let's move on. Drew wanted to go line number 1 this time. All right, 19. Renee, what's up?
Hi. Okay, so I was told a couple months ago, right after that, I have herpes. And
You were wait. You were told what?
I have herpes.
You were told at a pelvic exam or something? What? How did
Yes,
that?
I went to a gynecologist and they told me this.
Oh, I thought you said that. Dr. Drew told me I had herpes a couple months ago.
And you were having an outbreak at the time?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And so what's the question?
Is that why you went to the doctor, I assume?
Yes, that is.
Okay, got it.
And I'm kind of curious on how you tell a guy this. What's like the correct way to say it?
Put on a condom.
Well, okay, I know that part. Is that all you'd say?
Is it just me, or are there a whole lot of herpes ads on TV nowadays?
So many. It's always a girl
it's always
running
somebody
on the
playing
beach.
volleyball or something. You know, and I'm like,
kickboxing.
yeah,
biking.
it's always like some crazy sweaty
Doesn't make
activity.
you want to have
right?
herpes?
Doesn't make me want to see it, actually. Just to know, you know, they got the song, they got the whole deal.
It's the best produced commercial on TV. They got
best.
the music, they got
It was on during the
lyrics.
Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Hot girls that have herpes running on the beach in a bikini.
But they're not
I
even
have
that hot,
herpes.
though. They're kind of like average. They just want to show that anyone can get herpes. You know, the girl next door.
Right.
Anyway, back to you.
Drew, is it easy to avoid getting herpes because it's visible and that's when you mostly can catch it from somebody?
It's hard to see when
It's
the lights are
impossible.
off.
No, that
Stryker.
is.
I'd make love with the lights on, don't mind.
Yeah, but that's because there's cameras.
You can transmit it even when there is no outbreak.
Really?
And you cannot see an outbreak on a woman.
Oh, okay. Because
It's inside.
Ah. Well, I don't have it. What do you mean, dude? I wear protection.
Good.
So wearing a hat is not protection, by the way, Stryker.
Right. The wearing kind of might not. Well, certainly wouldn't protect you if somebody's having an outbreak. But
Stryker uses saran wrap.
So what should Renee do? How should she tell a guy?
Serj, how should she let the guy know she's got herpes?
Just be honest with him. And,
At what
ultimately,
point does she do it?
Right when you start seeing each other and you feel that if you're going to get sexual and you're ready for that, because he's going to be ready right away. When you're ready for it, you let him know.
So let's think about you're dating Renee now, John.
Don't wait until I have it out of my pants and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, but it could go one of two ways, right? She could bring it up early, and you could be like,
out.
You could be in a touchdown, like, well, I know what that means. You could be into it, right?
I don't think you're ever into, hey, you have herpes. All right, then I'm guaranteed sex.
No, or well, that's what I'm asking you. Or are you going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to.
I think that if you really care about the person, you'll take it into consideration and you'll get educated on it, and then you'll kind of weigh the risks compared to how much you care about that person, and then you'll make a decision based on that. Otherwise, but if you don't tell him, that's completely unfair.
Yeah.
Very unfair and mean and bad.
And he might give it to someone else without knowing it. You never know.
And then he's going to be
Isn't
in
that
the
how this stuff
commercial playing
spreads?
volleyball.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
You know, and then you're going to have a volleyball commercial to deal with and all kinds of bad things.
All right,
Renee.
Okay.
Thank you.
It didn't help her a bit. So, Rick, she was disappointed.
Because she doesn't want to tell him.
Rick is 20.
What's up, Rick?
Hey, you guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, all right, yeah, so I had a question.
Wait, hold on one second. Was that big band music I heard in the background?
It was either big band music or a train horn.
Wow, you guys are getting good.
Yeah. What was that in the background?
I got up from a chair.
Oh, it's a squeaky chair.
Sample that, you guys.
Studio C.
Even though you say, yeah, exactly. What's going on, Rick?
Yeah, anyway, all right, so I have, first of all, I guess I should ask first, do third nipples grow, like, are you born with them?
Yes.
You have to be born with them.
Well,
Why, are you hoping to grow one?
No. All right, so then I have this thing on the left side of my chest, right? And it's just developing, and it feels different when I press it, other than when I press, another part of my skin or something. So I'm kind of wondering what the possibilities of it could be.
Is there a nipple attached to this thing?
No. Okay, it
It's so
doesn't.
bizarre how people go to these bizarre notions that you have a growth. Where's the growth?
It's to the left.
It's on my ass. That's a nipple.
It's like, all right, it's like 3 inches under my left nipple. That's where it is.
Directly underneath.
No, it's to the right a little bit. Yeah.
It's right, yeah. I have nipples, John. Can you milk me?
Actually, I think I have.
You need to see a dermatologist. It could be a tumor. It could be a wart.
It's not a tumor.
No, that's the thing. I don't have like any insurance at all. I can't see anybody. I just want to. So I'm just anything you can give me, I'd appreciate it. Just if it
could be cancer.
How could it be a tumor if it's just on the?
I didn't say it was a tumor. I don't know what it is.
Healthcare in this country.
Tumor.
That's sad that this guy has nowhere to. I mean, there must be somewhere you can go.
Yes,
right?
you can go to the San Francisco General. Just walk in. Go to the county hospital. You can walk in to get health care. You don't. That's it. Just go. It could be cancer for all I know. I mean, you're just describing a growth on your skin. It could be anything.
Have you seen a third nipple before? And I'm being serious, Drew. Have you seen one on a human?
Many times.
Really?
Is that like the third eye?
They're very kind. They can sometimes look like a mole, and sometimes they can look like a nipple.
Is it sensitive like a nipple?
No.
No. Okay.
Have you ever seen a third vagina?
I've seen many more than three. John.
But I've seen one with two vaginas.
Really?
They can have septated vaginas. Pretty common.
What?
Not that.
Explain.
What kind of porn have you been watching?
That a woman can have a basically two chambers in there. And
Firewall.
I had one once that even had two uteruses and two systems. Yeah.
Wow. Two systems.
Systems.
Does that mean if they have twins, they can come out at the same time?
No.
Wow. Still mine kills me. Where are we going, Drew? Megan, what's up? You're 18.
What's going on?
Nothing.
I was just wondering why I like to sleep with older men.
Sleep with them. Where's your dad?
My dad is in Manteca.
What's he doing out there?
He's living there.
So he doesn't live with you?
No, I have a
How old-
stepdad.
How old were you when your biological dad left?
I was 4.
Why'd he leave?
He was an alcoholic.
All right. Well,
And my
I
mom-
nailed that one, Drew. You see me call that one out?
Yeah, Stryker got that one. So there you go. That's where that's coming from.
Oh.
It gets wired in. That gets wired into the implicit mechanisms of your brain, and then at puberty, those things that were traumatizing get turned into attraction. And there you go. You got to make that right. You got to find a guy like that and make him love you the way the one that you needed when you needed him didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get along with your stepdad?
No, not really.
Yeah.
That'll help too.
How old are the guys that you're sleeping with? You're 18. How old are they?
Well, my last boyfriend was 28.
It's not that bad.
It's not terrible.
Well, I mean, we got together when I was 16.
Yep.
That's bad.
There you go.
Bingo.
Is there something wrong with him?
Yes. Wait till you're 26. You'll vomit when you realize who you were dating. A 26-year-old that would date a 16-year-old will freak you out when you're 26.
Well, it freaks me out now.
Oh, good. That's good.
So
That's a good sign. So date somebody your own age. There you go.
Why are you just brushing her off like that?
What are we going to do?
I guess just tell her to go.
We're about to give her Stryker's phone number.
I'm about to get into some platitudes about therapy. Because either my point is either she can stop this and have healthier relationships, or she can need to do something about this.
All right, Casino, you're 21 on LoveLine. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Drew? You're the greatest. System, I love you guys. You're my favorite band ever.
Ever?
Thank you.
Wow, nice.
Ever, definitely. What do you guys think about like the FCC cracking down on just radio, period? You know what I'm saying? On all airwaves.
I think it's ridiculous. Don't even get me started on that subject.
No, John, take it away.
I think it's a bunch of BS. I don't know. What do you guys really think about it, though? I mean,
personally, I feel like I think we're going backwards. You know, we really made a lot of advancements as a culture, and we've also gone backwards in a lot of ways. And it feels to me like we're going back to the 50s, right after World War II, when people were dubbed communists, and you know, artists, actors were blacklisted, and I see us going towards this kind of attitude with this regime that we have in power right now. And I think it's sad, and I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid as an American of what I'm going to be allowed to say in a couple of years.
That's cool.
And I think everyone should be afraid of that.
Dr. Drew and myself, you know, I'm not the normal host in here, but last night I asked you probably 2 or 3 times. I actually caught myself thinking, can I say that, Drew? And you're like, no, you can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Freaks me out and pisses me off more than anything, that I have to think that much about if I can get away with something.
Let's sort of try to stay positive about this. We should be thinking about what we say. It's okay that public airways have rules. I wish they would tell us those rules. Right now, we don't even know what the rules are.
They're gray areas.
No list on the wall.
Please give us a set of rules. We are law-abiding citizens. We will be happy to follow the rules if you would be kind enough to give them to us. In the meantime,
I thought the people own the airwaves, though. I don't think they should regulate anything.
Well, okay,
no, but
that's a separate issue. It's a separate issue.
I'll tell you what, on
The
your
people
comment...
don't own the airwaves. That's the truth.
On your comment, who's going to be the one that dictates what is okay to say. You have a minority dictating it, not the majority.
But my point is that that's true of a lot of regulations and laws and things, and I'm delighted to be a law-abiding citizen, but you got to give me the rules. In the meantime, I'm trying to help some kids, and we have to go into territory that might be a little uncomfortable. We got to go there and give us those rules, and we'll be happy to abide by them. What bothers me is that two people took the law in their own hands, and those of us that are law-abiding are eating doo-doo because of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's just a scapegoat. What happened at the Super Bowl?
I understand.
But it really got the ball rolling.
But it really is what happened.
Yeah.
We were fine. And we were all abiding by the rules of the land because we knew we had public airways. That was a public airway. That was not cable. That was public broadcasting. And that has rules. And two people decided they weren't going to follow those rules. And we are all, the rest of us are eating.
And before that happened, I was never more relaxed on the radio. Before all this has happened, I was free flowing doing this. It does.
But that's okay.
It really
does
does
what we're
change.
saying. That's fine. It's just we need to understand what we're supposed to think, and that's fine. Anyway, we got to take a break.
We do?
On that heavy.
Are you calling the shots?
This is a heavy show tonight.
You are.
It's a heavy show. Serj, I blame you.
It's my fault.
No. All right. So
Serj didn't say nothing.
Genocide and FCCs and oh my goodness.
All right.
There's more to come.
Any lesbians with large breasts, John and I would like to speak to you immediately. Not because we want to make out, but John likes...
Because Stryker likes this stuff.
Fine, I do.
So stop picking on John. I'm going to start
I'm not picking on John.
Yeah, this is political John tonight.
All right. This is PJ tonight. PJD. Political John.
That reminds me of Robin Hood Disney movie. PJ.
I don't watch this.
Prince John.
All right, we're taking a break. More with System, me, Stryker, and Dr. Drew next on LoveLine. Hold on.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
All right, we're back. It is LoveLine. I'm excited to be sitting in for Adam. I'm Stryker, by the way, here in L.A. with Dr. Drew and John and Serj from System of a Down are here. Toxicity sold over 4 million worldwide or in the States? That seems like 4 million, more than 4.
It sold about 3 million in the States.
It did?
Yeah.
Huge. And then Steal This Album came out after that, which I love Steal This Album, and the way you guys promoted it, which was none.
Right.
Yeah. Most people, I don't know how many people bought Steal This Album, but I love that album.
It is so good. There's so many good songs
People
on
probably
there.
think it's just like when they see it in the stats, because the cover, it's kind of a play on what was happening back then with people downloading and whatnot, and just kind of stealing music, that we don't really have like a cover, so to speak, for it. It just looks like a burned CD.
The actual CD and the cover of the CD looks like I did that in my basement or something.
And I think actually Sony hired you to put those out, right?
Did they?
You made them yourself.
Unfortunately not, because I didn't see a dime. But
join the club.
There are some great freaking songs on that thing, like I-A-I-O, and then Inner
Gods is one of my
came
favorite
up there.
songs.
Really?
And it's on that album.
Damn.
If you don't have that album, I don't care if you buy it, borrow it from a friend, listen to it, because we're really proud of it.
It could have been the next System record.
It was.
If you just guys didn't want to do anything. But I know you want to do something. You can't have something that you did 3 years ago coming out in 2004.
Well, we just had a lot of stuff recorded, and we wanted to put it out and not wait 5 years to put it out or anything like that. And we didn't want to. We just got off a touring cycle, so we didn't want to go on another touring cycle for a year just to do that. So we just thought it would be cool to release it as an extra record.
Do you guys miss touring at all? Are you completely content hanging in L.A. and working right now on the new record? Are there any things you miss about the road, John?
I probably miss the road more than Serj does.
Yeah, I like touring for the first 2 weeks.
You like touring for 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, after that,
it's 87 weeks, you're in trouble.
No, I mean, if you space it out, it's fine, because you're playing shows, you're playing a similar show in a different city, and you want it to be fresh. And for the audience's sake, you don't want to be able to, be worn out after a month and whatnot. I mean, we still do it, and we try to be pro about it, but for their sake, I really always think that we should always go back to ourselves and come back enriched in some way.
I mean, Serj, you can harmonize fantastic. You can scream. How's your voice? Do you have to see a doctor after touring? During?
I'm never worried about my voice.
Cool.
Only my heart.
Nice. And your brain, hopefully.
Sometimes.
Right? Jeanette, 26.
All right.
Yes.
Jeanette?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
What's up there? Yep, we're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Well, this is
great. Put her on a C, Drew. Why did you choose that one? We were talking with System of a Down.
We have 1 minute to go before we throw another break.
Here.
Go ahead, Jeanette. What's up?
Okay, what I would like to know is I've kind of chased away 2 different guys that were
sort of in the boyfriend potential category in the last month. The first guy, we kind of hung out. I didn't sleep with him right away. Waited like 8 dates, and then finally we slept together. Yeah, it was all right. And
it was all right.
8 dates? That's a long time to make him wait.
But what is 8 days or 8 days?
What is your
8
question?
dates.
We have very limited time here, Jeanette.
The second guy I slept with right away, and both of them still have never called me back. But I'm wondering if it's because I told them that I have breast cancer, which I had to tell them because the nipple's inverted and I have visible lumps on the breast.
From lumpectomies or why?
Well, no, actually, the surgeon said that they can't do surgery because it's too extensive. They want to start chemo, but I only have, they've given me, within a few months, like 14 months to live. So I'm wondering if maybe that just scared the guys away.
You seem to.
Why are you making him wait 8 dates then? Get it done.
Well, it was his choice. I would have jumped on him before then, but he was reticent.
You seem to have an awfully good attitude about all this.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Why?
I'm a rape survivor, 4 different rapes. I've been kidnapped. I survived that. I've survived being shot, and I've been clean for off the methadone program, clean for 1 year.
Are you on methadone or off methadone?
Off methadone. I was on methadone for 2 years, and I completed the program in March of last year.
Hold on, we got to talk some more to you. Jeanette's.
Are you sure her name's not Lucky?
Yeah. Except for the breast cancer, I'd say so. Yeah.
I'm kidding, John. Man.
All right, let's take a break and we'll get back to Jeanette. She's an amazing story.
Wow.
Woo. Is that real?
This could be a whole show.
She's got more injuries than 50 Cent. She's been shot. She's gonna die in 13 months from cancer. She's been raped 4 times. 4 times.
Wow.
And what is she, off the wagon now or something?
She's off methadone.
Okay, well, we'll find out what is going on with Jeanette and System of a Down and Dr. Drew and me, Stryker, after this on LoveLine.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Hello there, you guys. What's up? This is LoveLine. I'm Stryker, along with Dr. Drew, who is staring at the computer like a deer in the headlights across the room. And now we have 25% more of System of a Down. The bassist, the man with the long goatee.
Yeah, 50% more.
No, we added 25%.
Now that he's here, he's 25% of 3. But
hold on, let me get my abacus.
All right. See, the doctor has to step in. For the love of God, anyway. Shavo, System. Hello.
What's up, brother?
How long were you outside trying to break in the compound?
Well, I couldn't find the place. Someone told me it was like Robertson and something else, and I was driving to the old place, and then I realized I called the line.
Yeah, the back line.
Yeah, the back line, and he's like, "No, man, you're going the wrong way. Hit Fairfax," and I did, and I'm here.
And here you are.
And then I walked in with the pooch.
Yeah, I saw the wiener dog.
Oh, he's so cute.
You didn't stop at Canner's on the way, did you? And get a sandwich? No.
I'm actually full.
All right.
You guys
it's good
don't
to see
talk
you
about
guys,
food.
though. I miss you guys. I haven't
starving.
seen you forever.
Did you hear
especially you?
I know.
You freak.
Audio.
We're supposed to have dinner at my parents' house.
I know. I don't know. Well, your mom never called me.
Okay, we got to go audio to my mom right now. My mom is listening.
She is?
Mom, we're going to come to dinner next weekend with Stryker. Okay, I love
Next
you.
Sunday. We're going to eat some food. It's going to be good. Were you listening to your bandmates talk about...
Yes, I was. Of course I was. They did a great job, and I was like impressed by everything they said. I was tripping.
Is there anything that you want to add that you heard them talk, you're like, oh, I want to add this in when I get there about anything?
This whole thing to me is not a political thing. I know it's political to a few of us. And,
which whole thing?
Yeah, the genocide. To me, it's really personal. Like, I heard John talk about his gramps, and I don't even know how old my grandpa is, because everyone...
137.
Maybe, but he looks like he's 60, but he's like 70, 80 something. We don't know his birth date or his age because everyone was killed.
That knew.
Brothers,
with all the records and stuff.
Yeah, everyone. So he was raised in a American orphanage in Greece, and I would, like John said, I wouldn't be here if he wasn't taken in by Greece, which was amazing. Americans in Greece. So
I would like to say one thing though.
Hi, Gramps.
A lot of Armenians would have perished if it wasn't for very brave Turkish people in Turkey at that time that took Armenians in And they could have lost their lives for
countries
harboring
like
Armenians.
Iraq took us in. I'm talking about we're Christian, and Muslim countries like Iraq took us in because they said, "What the hell is going on here?"
Was this a religious thing?
No. But you know what? Turks are
Many
Muslim, and we're a Christian, and we're the first nation to accept Christianity as a national religion. And that probably took some role. I mean, not major, because I know a lot of it is economic and political. But I mean, it was just weird to have a country like Iraq and Iran and all these countries that people always look at in America as the negative vibe of the world and all this stuff. And they took us in, and they were like, you know what? We don't care what they do and what they believe in. They're good people, and it shouldn't be happening to them.
A lot of countries actually took us in at that time.
That's why we're so
all
spread
over that
out.
area.
That's why we're so spread out. That's why there's Armenians from Iraq. There's Armenians from Lebanon. There's Armenians from, Turkey. There's Armenians from Greece. My headphone just went out.
You're on though.
I'm cool. Anyway, yeah. So that's why we're all spread all over the world. America,
right?
Australia.
If you're just tuning into LoveLine, John, Shavo, and Serj are here from System of a Down, and we've been talking about the show that they're doing. It's a benefit show, the Souls Benefit Concert, April 24th. Go ahead, John.
I do want to mention that our guitarist was going to be here, but he couldn't make it.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he did really want to come.
See you guys all in
He
one
was
room?
actually going to come.
Yeah,
in.
he was really going to come. He was really. I mean,
oh my God.
We've been as a band, honestly, tighter and closer than we've been for years, and I love the vibe. I love it. We're like stronger than ever, I feel, and we're like a juggernaut right now as a unit. Yeah, hell
That's cool.
Very good. It's 1-800-LOVE-191 if you want to talk to System, ask some questions about Armenian Genocide, anything else
or about
out
our
there,
sexual
their
preferences.
takes.
we want to get back to. We want to get back to Jeanette.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking to Jeanette. She's 26. Shavo, listen to this. This girl's 26. She's been shot
1 year off methadone
4 times, raped 100 times, and she's going to die in a year of breast cancer.
Right?
Call.
That about you, Jeanette?
No.
That's about it.
I don't believe you.
Well, let me say this, okay? When I was shot, it sounds a lot worse than it was bad, but I was 15 and I was shot with buckshot, and the only reason it was serious is because 2 of the buckshots hit an artery on my inner thigh. I was climbing up a ladder to a hayloft, and my cousins. Well, anyway, you don't need to hear the whole story. But
where did you grow up?
Pardon me?
Where did you grow up? Where were you?
I grew up in Seattle, but my cousins live in Colorado, so we visited.
Where did this happen? Where did all this
Colorado.
This happened in Colorado.
But now, and so you got strung out on heroin somewhere along the way, right?
Yes. Well, I have, not that this is an excuse by any means. I have bipolar syndrome and post-traumatic stress disorder. Go figure that,
Well, yeah, what happened?
But, yes.
I love that you're laughing about it.
How do you get this attitude? Did you have some treatment, or are you just in recovery?
On E right now.
2 years of therapy. But, I mean, what else am I going to do? Am I going to go burrow in a hole and just spend my last...
Most addicts would use this as a great excuse to go use.
Oh, do I want to spend the last who knows how long of my life strung out? Definitely not. Definitely not.
And why aren't they giving you any chance at a more of a response with your breast cancer?
Well, when I saw my regular doctor, the breast specialist, what he had said was that it's 75% of my left breast, and it's spread into the lymph nodes.
I understand it's widespread, but why won't they give you any chance of any sort of aggressive interventions? Yeah.
Responding. I'm not really sure. I have a meeting with the oncologist tomorrow at 3, and I saw my regular doctor on Wednesday to stop smoking because she said that would help my immune system definitely. Yeah. But what she had told me is that he's already scheduled me for chemotherapy because they want to start attacking it aggressively, but so I'm not really
Why go through chemo, Dr. Drew, if they're saying you only have a year or so to live?
Maybe less, maybe 6 months without the chemo.
Well, why go through that pain and...
The breast cancer chemo, well, it depends on which one they're going to give her.
Hey, I'm sorry for saying I don't believe you, because...
Now he does.
Yeah, but the way you put it was... Actually, I thought you were messing with me.
The original question was, though, what happened to these guys? Did they get scared off because of the breast cancer? Is there anything else about the way you relate to guys that might scare them off? Are you kind of aggressive sexually or anything, or...
It took her 8 dates to sleep with one guy.
You know what I mean? Is there anything about you, because you've been a trauma survivor? Oh, she's gone.
We hung up on her.
Oh, no.
Her last home. That's terrible.
I don't think she should worry about scaring off guys and maybe concentrate on her illness and
be happy as much as you can.
Concentrate on doing as much as I could in life before, the time came. I would do as much as I could.
Get healthy. Concentrate on getting healthy.
Congratulations on your recovery. Rebecca, 21.
Hard school.
Hey,
What's
Rebecca.
up, Rebecca?
Hey, can I ask a bad question? Well, the most part of that.
Here they are.
I was wondering if you guys have ever planned to come to El Paso.
I mean,
you ride bulls there, don't you, Shavo?
El Paso, have we?
Every time I'm in El Paso, yeehaw. No, it's if our agent sends us there. I mean,
No, that-
we don't usually book our own
We definitely toured Texas, but El Paso's in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
tours. No, it's in Chicago. I mean, it's in Illinois, bro. It's near Chicago.
No, I don't think we've ever played there, but maybe just for you, we'll come down.
Oh, thanks.
He's lying.
Hey, Shavo, what's your language?
Oh, that's it. K-Rock's now off the air.
We're done. We're all
Because of the new rules of the FCC, K-Rock is no longer. Love Line's off the air. That's it.
You guys should see Serj is going. Of course, we can't see that.
But hey, they say that on like Comedy
Can you
Central
say
and stuff.
dog? No.
No.
Oh, you can.
Ken, you got to block that
I apologize.
out.
You know,
yes,
we were talking about this off the air, and everyone should really be concerned because, like I said, the regime that's in place right now, there should be a separation of church and state. And Drew, what you just read me made me sick.
What did it say, Drew? I was outside running for a system record. If you want to get in, do you want to get into it?
I didn't read it carefully enough, but it was I was just reading something about the definition of profanity. So.
According to who?
You know, South Park.
They
use that word like
that's
that
cable.
was one episode.
That's cable. It's not
But you can do whatever they want. And you can do whatever you want if it's NYPD Blue. But if you're having a normal conversation and you're an adult,
I just slipped.
watch what you say.
No, it's public airways versus cable.
Oh,
Private.
yeah.
That's the beginning
FCC.
of it.
Is that what,
So, Rebecca, that's it?
Oh, no, I had another question.
What was the question? I forgot. Oh, El Paso.
Damn, that makes me mad. Can I say that?
Go ahead.
We'll be near El Paso. How's that? 'Cause
Rebecca, what's
we're
up?
planning a good long tour.
We usually play Austin, San Antonio,
Dallas.
Houston, and Dallas. Just to be honest with
and
you, when we play in
you guys have
Texas.
been to Albuquerque, too.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Yeah, we have.
That's not in Texas, though, is it?
No, it's in New Mexico, but it's the closest thing to here.
So you're.
Wow, we played New Mexico? I don't remember that.
Yeah, we did Albuquerque. You don't remember? It was a 5 o'clock show headlining.
5
p.m.
o'clock.
This is Armina.
It's your Black Label days.
You were remembering.
On the Rezox Black
Armina.
Label. on
I don't
the
remember
rocks.
that tour.
And then he passed it on to Maya.
21. Armina.
Can't say that either.
Yes, you can.
Sorry, I can't hear you. It's coming out two people.
As.
Armina's from Glendale.
Olio.
Hello?
Vonces.
Love, dúchpesas.
Love, jiger.
Kitsabe?
What did you say? Kimosa.
Kitsabe?
What would you say?
Audio? Kitsabe?
Kitsabe, what is that? No.
Do you have pain?
Oh, tabunet?
Good Savi.
Oh, good Savi. Oh, that's nice. Nice, Drew. He's
Tabule?
a doctor. Tabule. Good Savi. He says, that's rad.
What's going on, Armina?
Not too much. I just
Armina.
call and give you guys a heads up for all the effort you guys have been putting for the Armenian Genocide, educating everybody about it. I'm really excited that, you know, someone's actually voicing something about what happened.
Well, someone needs to.
Hello?
Yeah, someone needs to. So if we're the people, then
No,
we're doing it.
because I was born and raised here. I'm from Glendale, and I was born and raised, and
Of course you are.
I personally grew up not knowing much about it, and it's really nice to know that there's actually people that, you know, that are doing something about it. And
Well, just keep in mind that the point isn't that, yeah, there was a genocide that took place and it's Armenians. The point is that these things are still happening, and how do we prevent them from happening? We educate ourselves and each other about things that happened in the past. The Holocaust that took place, you know, during World War II probably would never have happened if the Armenian Genocide was recognized. And that's something that's very important.
Did
We
you
have
guys
to
talk
remember
about the
that.
quote, the Hitler quote?
Why don't you go ahead and do that?
What's the museum, Serj? Do you know which museum that was?
Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. has a quote on the 3rd floor from Hitler that basically says, who remembers the Armenians? Now, as he was, you know, starting to give orders for persecution of the Jews in the 30s, his mindset is very obvious as to what he thought he could get away with, and that's really important to note.
Yeah, he was stationed in Turkey during World War I, so he saw it firsthand.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, he saw these things happen, and he was well, I've heard he saw this happen because
Well, they were allies in World War I, so they were very aware of
don't
what
the
was going
Caucasus
on.
Mountains go through Armenia? Isn't that one of the
Liz is 19.
Can you say that on the radio now?
Yeah, well, the Caucasus Mountains go through Armenia, and like, you know, when Hitler went, you know, he was offended by the whole thing. It was why they're doing this to these people.
This is such a roller coaster love line tonight, Dr. Drew. Seriously, we've got crazy, serious education combined with the other stuff.
But okay, the fact that I can say "cuss" on the air is amazing for me. Go
Careful,
on,
Liz, 19.
Hello.
What's up? You're on LoveLine with System of a Down, Shavo.
Oh, hi. I am having, this is for Dr. Drew, I'm having,
Forget it.
I think, possibly the best sex I've ever had in my entire life.
Thank you, Dr. Drew, for that. Good job, Dr. Drew. Good
Drew
job.
is a king.
Definitely not doing the thing at the lamp dance, right, Drew?
All right.
All right, go on. I'm sorry. You had the best sex of your life, and then what?
Well, the problem is that, like, I can orgasm, but I can't completely, fully climax. I can't reach that output.
Then you're not having the best sex of your life.
No, I mean, I am. Like, literally, out of everyone else in the past. I mean,
You guys
he
toured
is-
San
he
Antonio,
topped
right?
all of them.
Yes, we did.
That's where she is.
What?
You're in San Antonio.
I can't go from genocide to sex. I'm sorry.
By the way,
I can't do
this
it.
highlights the differences between men and women. Men cannot get their head around, cannot imagine the idea of great sex without an orgasm.
Yeah.
For women,
Yes, you're right.
For women,
You're right on that one.
the way their brain works, they can have an experience called receptivity, where they can have an experience that is highly sexual, highly arousing without a climax.
But see, also women can climax a few times, and men can't.
Not most women cannot do that, but some
Well,
can. Some can.
Well, some can, and some guys can have one after another.
No, I can't do that. But I mean, I've been with people that have. and
Yes,
it's-
some
it's
women
an
can.
Amazing experience.
What was his
for,
name?
I guess them. John. He plays for this band that's on the air right now.
Yeah, I did climax a couple of times. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
So your question is
Get
what?
off
You
your
want to
knees,
know
though.
how you can fully climax, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, well, I've been able to have an orgasm with the complete climax thing, and it was great.
Yeah.
But I'm having sex, and it's like right there. It's right there, but it won't finish.
Stop thinking about
It's
it.
mental. It's fully mental for you. I'll be honest.
Well, what do I
because you-
think about?
Well, you don't think about nothing and just enjoy
Karl
the
Malone.
moment.
I don't
Gary
know.
Payton.
Enjoy the moment. Don't think about having to have an
Charles
orgasm.
Xavier.
Don't think about anything because, I mean, even as a guy, if I am stressing over orgasm, having an orgasm, I probably won't be able to. So just don't think about it. Enjoy yourself, man. Don't stress on it, and it'll happen. They're laughing right here. They're tripping that I'm talking about
What was
this.
that movie, Singles, where he's like, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Xavier McDaniel.
Oh, yeah, and don't...
Drew, do you know who we're talking? Drew, please don't be annoying.
Where's Adam Carolla? Where do you go?
He's in New York. What are you
What's he
saying?
doing over there?
What are you saying?
Nothing, because
Shut up.
What did you trying to say, yeah?
he'd be like this. What? Where's the... Okay. Wait.
Let's see.
What do you
He'd
do?
have the mic right here. And he's got his eyes closed all the time. Yeah, Drew, yeah, I know everything and you don't, And I know you're a doctor, but I can tell jokes. Yeah. My name is Adam Curl, and my eyes are closed right now, but you can't see me. That would be Adam if you ever were in the studio. And then you go, you know what? I love Taboo. And that's all I can talk about when John shows up. And even Shavo from System is sick of hearing about it because I'm Adam Curl, and I love being that guy. And my wife, yeah. And the TV shut down, and I got scared. Remember that one?
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yatch.
That's fun. I like
Who's
that
seen
show.
that show? Okay.
Yeah, that's
the
funny.
Chappelle Show is one of my favorite shows out right now, and I'll give him props if he's listening.
My
It's
friend
hilarious.
named his
Amazing.
dog Rick James because of that
That
bit.
show is so funny. I mean, I was a fan before that Rick
Amazing.
James bit, but when the Rick James thing happened, then he did Prince the week after, where Prince is ripping on basketball
Shirts and blouses.
Oh man, that guy has balls. I can say ball.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Or just
Collie.
say wave
Well,
us. Wave us. All right, let's go to Morgan.
Coley.
Oh, do we have to go to that one?
Yeah.
About the liver?
91 minutes.
Hell.
Liverboy.
All right. Go ahead, 91 minutes.
Hi, Dr. Pensky, Stryker, System of Down. Thanks. Dr. Drew, you correctly identified me with a dual rare liver disease, polycystic liver disease, and Crowley's disease.
Yeah.
And a month ago, I called you to let you know I was hung up on this one beautiful girl. I was fortunate enough to share intimacy with her a few times, and I felt bonded. Of course, she said, no, you're not the one. And on your and Adam's advice, I moved on. Well, the other day, I was with this amazing young girl that I've started seeing, and I had trouble performing. And I don't know why. Is it because I've been out of the game so long, or does the liver actually affect sex?
Well, certainly your overall health condition can affect your I mean, one of the things that has become very clear in recent years is that male sexual performance is very much involved with the biological state. That to put too much emphasis, particularly a young male, on psychological is not right. That if you're not working, more often than not, it has a biological basis to it. And again, particularly older guys too. So yeah, you've got a chronic illness, certainly can affect your performance. Absolutely.
Morgan, 16. What's up? Number 2.
I've been dating a guy on and off since last spring, and we've had sex 4 times, and
Since last spring, only 4 times?
Wow.
yeah, well, we just started
Quarterly.
a few months ago. Yeah.
Quarterly sex.
But anyway,
Pays his taxes and then he bangs me.
Every season you can do it. Yeah. Enjoy it once.
She's 16. By the way.
he
Well, she shouldn't be having sex.
orgasmed one of the times, and so I'm wondering, like, should we be having sex? Should we break
How old
up
is he?
because
No.
of that?
How old is
No, shouldn't break up, shouldn't be having sex.
How old is he?
He's 16.
You guys are pretty young, and if he's not able to get to that situation, you know.
Well, see, he can have an orgasm with, like, oral sex and with, like, hand jobs.
Are you guys using protection? Is he wearing a condom?
Yeah.
Well, that could be
But
something
you know
to do
what?
with it.
Never. I mean, you should always use a condom.
But don't you guys hear like a 10-year-old here?
I was going to say, what happened to you when you were 5?
No, nothing. I don't know. I think it's something when I get on the phone that my voice goes up and I get
You
nervous.
sound really young.
You sound 10.
Yeah.
12.
So what happened? You're about 10.
I've had no abuse, but
Not necessarily abuse. Did your family break up or something? Or
no.
Anybody die or did anything happen around that time?
Hello.
No trauma, no.
I mean, you sound very young, and you sound very sort of lost too. I mean, you're engaged in an intimate physical relationship and asking questions that are just sort of, I mean, like
Well,
very.
like you said, like the guys won't have good sex if they're not orgasming. So I guess I'm just.
So your
worried
mind's
about-
playing tricks
no,
on you.
Morgan,
now
you're
about-
saying because this happened, should we break up? It doesn't even, those two things.
Yeah, they don't
even-
equate.
They
What
don't
does that?
connect.
What does one have to do with the other?
Right, they don't connect at all, and you're sort of just spinning with it, spinning out of control, and you sound so naive and so immature. It makes you wonder if you have been sort of exploited or taken advantage of, and is there something in this relationship too?
No, I don't think so. He's a good guy.
That's not the question.
It's not
He's
about
saying,
him.
yeah, you were thinking of breaking up with him and ending it because he's not having orgasms quarterly.
Yeah, well, I don't want him to be, like, just staying in there for me when he's not, like, enjoying himself.
Let me tell you something there, sweetie, and I don't call people sweetie that often. Any sex for a guy, he's enjoying it.
It's
At
all
16?
Yes.
all pizza.
Yes.
All pizza is good.
Right.
I was
All
skateboarding.
pizza is good.
Anchovies, pepperoni.
Is it break time?
You
Or we
gotta
take
flick the
another call
anchovies
here?
off sometimes, though. But it's still good.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Is that? Am I on?
Well, how many breaks are we gonna take here?
A lot of breaks. We got Xavier McDaniel here. We got Carl Malone and Gary Payton. The System of a Down is here. John
Alia.
Shavo, Serj. More with the guys. I'm Stryker and Dr. Drew and LoveLine after this.
If you need help, hang up and then dial.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
Don't miss the hottest concert of the year. Watch Britney Spears. Loveline is brought to you by Metro PCS. Permission to speak freely.
It's LoveLine. We got about a half hour left with System of a Down. John, Shavo, and Serj are here. Hey, when you guys are done with the record and it comes out and you tour again, do you think maybe just for a warm-up you may do a few smaller venues, just maybe for the fans, for the website, for them?
The Stryker can announce on his show.
Yeah, no.
You have 10,000 people there.
No, I'm serious. Something like Roxy, Whiskey, and
I
a
had
couple
an
places
idea.
like
I
that.
don't know if everyone's down, but I thought maybe before the album comes out, we do a little tour around. Remember what I told you? We do like small clubs, like just like the major cities. We do little clubs without it announcing, and maybe tickets go on sale the day of at the venue, something like that. But
Yeah.
I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that. But that's an idea, which would be really cool because I think every one of us enjoys playing smaller places compared to bigger places because the vibe in there, the energy, is
Intimacy,
yeah,
probably.
it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss playing the Whiskey, the Roxy, and
Man,
stuff.
I remember seeing you guys in a in a 3-night span years ago.
Yeah,
it was
all 3 clubs.
You saw most of us.
Yeah,
Serj
the
didn't
third
show up
night
for
at the
third show.
Troubadour when Serj, you don't understand the things I
Deathly
and the rest
sick.
of the band went through. He was so sick. It was the last night. It was Sunday or Saturday. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday at the Troubadour, and fans are lined out up all outside. Like I'm talking about, it was like 3 p.m. There was like 100 kids outside, and Serj lost his voice and had a fever and could not sing, and I tripped out, and I thought he was just maybe exaggerating the fact that he.
Well, I went to his house.
I went to his house too.
He was green.
I had to go to Ozzy's house, pick up some medicine or something, something that actually might work,
Some sort of leftover from Ozzy.
Why did you have to go to Ozzy? We actually got some of Ozzy's blood. We just injected it.
We
in
were
Serj,
tripping
that
on
would
just to make him better as quick as possible, and we thought, the greatest rock and roll guy. Let's go see what he does when he can't perform and he has to. So. Did not help. I went to his house. He was in bed. He could not even say a word. I felt so terrible. And then we understood, and then we're like, how could we just not play? Everyone's outside already. And we had done something before on tour.
Right.
He had gotten
for different reasons.
No, but he had gotten bronchitis or something.
Well, what about the basketball day?
Oh, that was different. That was totally different.
But hold on, let's segue this. Okay, this is a segue.
There are a couple of stories.
This was
the first one happened in South Carolina. Okay, he was.
Hey, you guys are making me look bad.
No, he was. No, we tour extensively. I'm talking about years, And you're allowed to get sick. And this is a vocalist, and his instrument is his vocal cords. And if you can't use them, you can't. My bass breaks, and I don't have another bass. I cannot play. Anyhow. He couldn't do it, and we didn't want to cancel more than like 3-4 shows, and we had already canceled a few cities. So we're in South Carolina. I remember Spartanburg, and I think Darren had this idea. He was a man of ideas. He was like, dude, let's have the kids come up and sing. And he's like, this will be like, imagine if you were a kid and, your favorite band or, the band you're going to see, you can get up and sing their lyrics and be the singer for one day. So we did it in South Carolina, and it was a success, even though we fought with Incubus for some small reason, and we made friends again. But anyway, and then we did it in Pittsburgh once because this guy was in D.C. playing basketball, and he got stuck in traffic, so we brought the kids up there. It was almost a riot.
Right. The best thing was, as we're getting off stage, Serj was
he shows up. He's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm glad you guys aren't on yet." And I'm going, "No, bro, we're done." And the stress, we were just waiting for him. There was cell phone wasn't going on, and it was like it was 10 minutes, 20 minutes. 40 minutes, if the crowd's chanting System for 40 minutes, an hour. We're like, what are we going to do? Darren is wearing his makeup.
Oh, God, this job.
No, my mom's listening. I said, I didn't say anything. Anyway.
Mr. Shavo.
Zip. So anyway, we played in Pittsburgh without Serj, and so we got kind of good at it.
Hold on.
Give the mic to the lead singer now.
That's enough of you.
There he goes.
Show up.
All right.
Serj,
what did you take before coming here?
Man, he's so excited. I love it. Well, he's only been here for 30 minutes. That's why he's full of all the
He's been here for 30 minutes.
Now.
He's already had 6 cups of coffee. I don't know. You put 2
dropped
into
the S-bomb twice.
I've been listening to you guys, and I've been going, oh my God.
That's great.
Well, if this makes you feel better, he drops the S-bomb twice at the studio, too.
That's good.
You can't walk into the bathroom for like a half hour.
What's the S-bomb?
Don't say the S-bomb word. The S word. The S word. All right, that's System of a Down. The guy's talking. Serj, you ever go to Laker games? Are you a Laker fan?
A long time ago, yeah, I am. I like playing more than watching.
Okay. What about, how do you think the Lakers are going to end up this year? A lot of injuries, but really, really good team.
No idea. I don't have a TV.
Really?
Yeah.
You have a radio?
I mean, I have a TV hooked up to a VCR and DVD, but I don't have cable or regular television. I find it too distracting.
Wow. Kyle. 23. What's up, man? You're on LoveLine.
Yeah, hey, man. What's going on? I just wanted to say, System, you guys rock. That's a kick butt band, man. I don't want to curse again, but I basically had a question for Dr. Drew, and my question for him was that, in this day and age, if you're sleeping around with different girls and whatnot, and say one of them, you don't really get to know them too well, one of them might have like this drug problem that they kind of like keep a secret or something like that, let's say they just use drugs. Now, say just for instance, like you were to have sex with somebody while they were, unbeknownst to you, using drugs, is there any way that you could show up positive for the drugs that they're using just by having intercourse with them, like in a UA or something?
No.
No possible way?
It's possible for a woman.
Really?
This amphetamines are concentrated about 7 times more in the sperm and the semen than in
Really?
blood.
You can transfer it into them.
But for a male, no.
So there's no possible way, because I mean I'm on probation and it's random
I know.
drops.
Yeah, I understand, but you're using drugs. You got to stop thinking of ways to try to talk your way out of that.
No,
Stop.
I'm not
Well,
using drugs.
then you have nothing to worry about.
No.
What are you on? Kyle,
then you have
what are you on
nothing to worry
probation for?
What am I on probation for?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Just
Parole violation.
No, not parole violation. Never been inside, man. No, I had a drug problem, and what I did was related to that drug problem. You know what I mean? Just doing stupid things. But I really am. I've been clean for over a year, and I'm not doing drugs anymore. I'm not interested in any
Then
kind
you
of drugs.
shouldn't worry about it.
Okay, well, it's just something that I do worry about. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want to work so hard for something just to throw it all away like that. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Drew, you're looking very.
But he's awfully focused on there being a positive test.
Well, dude, I mean, I'm sorry, not to call you dude or anything like that, but Dr. Drew, the way it is like this, I mean, I really seriously had a problem with drugs. I know how that went for me, and I don't want to be like that again, and I worry about it constantly, like, what could I be doing, just simple stuff, like even if I kiss a girl after she's had a drink or something like that, oh my God, what if they breathalyze me? Just, like, compulsively worry about it. I know it's, like, not a normal
These tests are designed to pick up people who are doing drugs. That's what they're designed for.
Not screwing women.
Not for kissing somebody who's been having a beer. Okay?
Right, yeah, it is screwing with you, man. I know it's like...
Yeah, just relax. If you're really in a program, go ahead and just capitulate to that and relax.
All right, cool, man. Well, thanks for answering my questions.
All right, Kyle, good luck.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Francisco. Is that cool? 16, Francisco, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm like freaking out here. System of a Down, you guys are awesome.
Sorry to call you dude, Dr. Drew.
It's all right. Everyone calls me dude.
Did the FCC take that out?
Yeah, probably.
Dr. Drew, you're awesome too. Not to feel left out or anything. Just, I have a question for System of a Down. Me and my friends have a big debate about the meaning behind the song Mr. Jack. All right. In Toxicity, Serj thanks Mr. Jack for mass relaxations, and we kind of, we assumed it was like, I don't know, a drug dealer or something, or but can you clarify, or?
Your assumption is more important to what you believe that the song is about than what I can tell you. So, whatever you want to make out of it is cool with me.
But they kind of want, but they want to know what the history is behind the song.
Behind it, a story.
That is such the go-to, Serj. That's
I've been
perfect,
listening
but-
before I was here, and all your answers were really vague, and I was going,
like it that way.
He could be president one day. Especially if they pass the new, what are they trying to do?
Yeah,
Arnold?
you don't have to be born in the country,
Born in
to,
the
be
country
president.
to be a president.
So
Well,
Schwarzenegger could be
But is there a history that you can talk about?
A history
Of the song?
It's actually a secret.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but
there you go.
There is a Mr.
There's a
Jack.
third go-to.
All right, let's go to Sarah. Can we go right to Sarah? Is that cool? Sarah, 20, what's up?
Whoops, hold on here.
I just have to say, you guys as a band are like awesome. I can't even explain how great you guys are, and it's more than just a band. You guys are like a consciousness, and I basically my question is, how do you handle people that are like? Because I think that you guys are more than just a band. Like, you make me want to question everything around me and all my surroundings. How do you guys handle like fanatic fans that are basically
like Sarah?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's weird because more than just your music, like, I try to surround myself from everything from like Sir Art to Cool Gardens to Axis of Justice to, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I want to breathe you guys. Like, I don't understand. Like, how do you guys handle fans like this, basically? Fans, like, freaks like me.
I don't think that you're a freak. You're obviously very passionate about System of a Down, but you'll probably be passionate in anything you do in your life. You might just have that type of personality. And as long as you're taking positive from it, I don't think there's a problem with it. And I don't think you're a freak.
And I can relate with you. The way you feel. I said I can relate with you because when I was younger, I mean, until today, when I'm a fan of something, I'm really a fan of it. And like, I can remember when I was a kid, I loved certain bands, and I did everything, and I got everything that the band had, and really drowned myself in it. And that's what being a fan is. And it's not being a freak. It's being actually passionate. And don't look down on it. Look positive. And as you grow and as you do different things in life and have passion for them, you're going to succeed because it takes passion to succeed. So, good for you.
Were you guys a fan of Rage Against the Machine's music, statements, the whole vibe?
I appreciated what
Still
they
a
did
fan.
a lot. Still a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're around or not as a band, you know, Rage Against the Machine and a million other bands.
Right.
Kevork, 16.
Tom,
Kevork.
Tom, a super smart guy, political. You guys
Big
have
Lord
done-
of the Rings fan, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Me and
I
him have
think
seen
someone
two
wants
of
to-
them together.
Which is your
Dates,
favorite
huh?
of the three, John?
John had another date.
I don't look at them. I don't look at them as separate. I look at it as one movie. Just as when I read the book, I look at it as one book.
Got it. Cool. Kevork,
Hello?
what's up?
Hello?
Alio.
You're on LoveLine. Speak.
Oh, sorry about that. Is this John and Serj?
Yeah.
And Shavo.
My name is Kevork, and I'm Armenian. Parevich Besek.
Loving, merci.
And you?
I'm doing fine. I had a question. I just want to know about your history while you were growing up, and how that shapes your songs. What hardship did you go through when you were growing up, and this Armenian Genocide? I really, me and my parents were listening to you guys when you were talking just about a second ago, and we really appreciate all that you're doing, and it really means a lot to us. There are a few of us now, but it really means a lot, and I just want to know how your past, how your history while growing up, and the hardship, and what motif it puts into your songs.
Well, I wish, Darren was here to explain that. He does a lot of the songwriting, and he does have a lot of passion and history, and each one of us, you can ask each one of us the same question, and we'll have different answers for you. And so it'd be unfair to answer that question as an individual or as a unit,
One way of explaining it is that all aspects of life are contained and enrich each song, whether Darren writes it. Darren does write most of the songs, but some of the songs written by you guys, I'm sure your lives have inspired those songs.
True.
And not necessarily just our heritage, but that also is a factor.
Cool.
I don't know if that answers your question.
But, I personally grew up in Hollywood and, saw what everybody else saw in Hollywood, and Darren did too, and we all have different stories.
We all have our stories.
Yeah, it's just life. Life influences art, and, I've heard that said a lot, and I believe in it.
Cool. We're rolling right along here. System of a Down. John, Shavo, Serj, doing a show April 24th. And let's talk to Jesse, who's 22. What's up, Jesse?
I just had a question. In the past, I cheated on the boyfriend that I've been with for almost a year now. And, we've stayed together, and we've been together for a while. And, he says that he trusts me now and everything, but I know it's hard for him to deal with the fact that I have a child and I still talk to my child's dad. And, I cheated on him with my kid's dad before. And basically, my question just was, what can I do about that? Because, I still have to have communication with my child's dad. And, in a sense, because my child's 2 years old.
Shav already answered this. It's you stop cheating.
Yeah, I stopped cheating.
Trust is built. It's
can't
not
stand
something
people like you.
Yeah. Trust is built. It's not granted.
Terrible.
You got to build it, and it's going to take a long time. You've already violated it, so now we'll see how long it takes. He will either get over it or he won't. And if he does, it'll take a long time.
Well, what can I do in the meantime?
Not cheat. That's it. Period.
Just communicate with my kid's dad, because another problem is he comes around but he doesn't. You know what I mean? And so we still kind of have our agitated fights because he's not, there for her like he should be.
Who
with the child's dad.
Yeah.
And he's not there like he should be. So we still have our aggravated fights about it, kind of, but
don't let that turn into sexual frustration.
No,
obviously,
definitely not at all.
Your boyfriend or whoever you're seeing cares about you, and he's putting up with a lot. He's putting up with you cheating on him, and he's still with you. I personally would never stay with someone that cheated on me, but that's me. You're lucky to have someone that's understanding and maybe a little bit more adult than I am.
Good answer, John.
We got to go to break.
We do?
Yep.
I thought we were doing 44.
40, 42, 41.
You want to do 6 real quick? Because I was just talking about Tom Morello.
All right.
Let's get that real quick. Hamed.
Hey guys. My question is for System. I want to know if you guys are going to do a song or something musically with Tom Morello.
That's a good question. Something musically with Tom Morello, other than maybe stuff outside of music.
Yeah, on the 31st, we've got a show at the Troubadour for the Axis of Justice. It's a benefit show, and Axis of Justice is an organization that Tom and myself have started a couple of years back. It's a nonprofit, and we're going to end up jamming and doing some stuff. I think most of my band's going to be there, and if not all, and we're going to end up, we're not going to play a system set or anything, but just do some really cool, wacky stuff.
Is that going to be mostly acoustic or not?
It's gonna be a little bit of both.
Okay.
I hope not, because otherwise you won't hear anything if I'm playing.
Because you're gonna be killing them with the drums.
And I don't know how to play quietly.
Everything.
Nice. All right. Now we'll take the break, but I wanted to get that in. That should be cool. All right. System of a Down is here. More LoveLine after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. Wow, wow, wow. You know you can say wow, wow. You know you can. We'll be right back.
We're on the radio.
That was funny.
What happened?
Nothing. We're doing liners.
All right, we're back on LoveLine. There's Shavo.
Where's your point in life?
There's John. And where's Serj? Did he play video games? He didn't leave, did he?
No. He'll forget this, man.
No, he didn't.
He's playing Rick James.
Bitch. And I'm the
That's a $100 fine right there.
No.
You know what? K-Rock can
that?
afford it.
You can't say that?
No, you can't.
You can say biatch.
Yeah, you can, of course.
So you can say, I'm Rick James, biatch.
Yes,
Hold my
you
drink.
can.
Yeah.
That's right, hold my drink.
But you know who I
That's
am?
Samuel Adams one, though. Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Adams.
Look, we could talk for 2 hours just about the Chappelle show.
You know who else I really...
Why do you guys get Dave Chappelle on here?
There's a great comedian. I don't know if you heard him. David Cross. Have you heard of that guy? Mr. Show?
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That guy is so great. I just got the DVDs, and it's funny because John and I were on tour one day, and we're in my room, and we're watching HBO, and it was the last skit. It was this, and we didn't know what it was. We didn't know the show or who it was or anything, and it was this gay rock band, right? And it was like a metal band, and they were gay, and it was in this video. They were watching their party video, and they were banging each other, but it was like they didn't realize they were gay, you know? And the record company kept going, dude, you guys are gay, you know? And he's like, no, we're not. What are you talking? You know, they're hard rock metal, but all their videos, they're in a hot tub together and whatever. They were called Wicked Scepter or something. Anyway, so I was driving the bassist of Bad Acid Trip home after a video filming, right? And then he's like, and it was so funny because him and I still talk about that, you know, like, what show was that?
We never knew.
We never knew. And he goes, man, do you like comedy? I'm like, I love comedy. He goes, there's this show that's on DVD now. It's called Mr. Show. There's a skit. I mean, out of every skit, out of the 4 seasons, he goes, there's a skit about this gay rock band. I go, hold on. Were they called Wicked Scepter? He's like, yeah. So he goes, it was Mr. Show, and I bought it, and
you love it?
I've heard David Cross on the radio. I didn't know his face. And then I've seen his face on movies and didn't know that David Cross was that guy. After seeing that, I went and bought his DVD, and he's just a really funny guy, man.
Do you want to maybe go out with them?
Yes, I'll date him. I am single now, guys. All you guys out there.
Jeez. Oh, my God.
But my main catch would be Stryker because, you know.
Thank you. We get along very well.
Of course we do.
Yes, we
Rick
do.
James, bitch.
All right, let's talk to Wade.
It's 8 dates.
19, line 3. What's that? It takes
2 to
9
get a
dates.
Stryker's
No,
pants.
easy.
First date at my parents' house.
Little
dinner.
linguine.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Hello?
What's up, Wade?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I'm in Federal Way. I'm actually originally from Alaska. And there's this problem. The pubic hair on my testicles is white. It's bizarre, man. And I don't know what to do about it.
How old are you?
I'm 19. I haven't had...
Go get some of that mustache bleach, whatever they do.
What?
Get the spray paint one that they used to have on the TV. And you spray paint your head.
Get a Flowbee and shave it off.
Any medical illness, Wade?
Whoa.
No. I haven't been to a doctor since I was in middle school.
Did you get really scared one day?
You should go to a doctor and get a checkup for anything,
Probably
man.
should.
I don't know. Your ball hair turns white. I don't know. What happens? How does that happen?
Yeah, why does your ball hair turn white, Drew?
I'm not sure.
Go to a doctor, guy.
And Drew's a doctor, and he's not sure.
I'm not. That's not something.
Is that one of those 7 wonders
Wait,
of the
are they
world?
white or gray? Because there's a difference.
There's no sort of differential.
Let's go to line 1. Travis, 16.
We forgot about the white ball hair guy.
Drew is running this board now. Look at him. He's so antsy. He wants to leave so bad right
Drew
now.
left.
Tired.
Drew already left. He's on phone.
He's got
cell
10
phone.
minutes left.
What's up, Travis?
Hey. All right, I love all you guys.
Yeah, I love you too, man.
Thanks. All right, Drew. I got cracked. I read it. I bought it at the original price, like all the most expensive one. And I love your book.
Thank you, Travis.
Stryker, cool guy.
Thanks, man.
System of a Down. I got all your CDs. I want to ask you guys, which CD do you think best describes your overall style?
It's
Well, all three of them pretty much are good reflections on our overall style.
You know what it is? It's the time when we did them and where we were, and the next one will be where we are, and we just grow from everyone. And there's not one that describes us. It just each one is us at that time, I guess, right?
You're gonna forget your ring there, by the way.
No, I'm not. It was too heavy.
Remember you were wearing that at Nobu?
Yes, I was.
And that the cook, the guy asked you about it.
He's like, "What's with that?" Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we don't. I can't say, "Oh yeah, System of a Down best describes us." The first album, I can't do that. No one can. Where we are in the present describes us. So.
Do you have a favorite song to play or sing?
No.
That just gets you crazy, excited?
Needles for me.
I
get off on that.
Our new stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff. We played our. Should I even say?
No.
You better not.
The new stuff is disturbing for
It's
me.
very exciting to play, though.
Really?
I'll tell
It's
you.
disturbing.
In a very positive way. Yeah.
He's positively disturbed, and his testicles turned white.
The actual testicles themselves.
Yeah, not even the hair. The hair's still pitch black.
I'm just really happy with the new material. That's all.
Oscar.
What's up, Oscar?
Oh, hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm kind of sick right now.
John, you just ragged on Shavo for something.
Hey,
now you're
that's a
ridiculing
personal joke. Has nothing to do with you.
That was about somebody else, not.
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, John.
He's probably not listening, so hello.
Anyhow, yeah. So my question is, I got a problem, and I don't know what it stems from, but basically, I've been with my girlfriend for about a year and a half, and the issue is that every time she speaks about going on a break or breaking up or something like that, I get really tense and nervous and I don't know, I just kind of I can't really relax and I'm all anxious. But at points when I'm considering it, to me it's like no big deal. I think about it in my head and I'm like, yeah, you know what, whatever. It's not working out for me. Maybe we should just go on a break or something, and I'm fine with it. But when it's her taking the position, taking the stand, I get really tense and nervous. Kind of
you're not in control. Yeah, exactly.
But does that stem from anything? I mean,
No, it's normal.
It's a human thing.
Because I've had
if it makes you feel better, that's how I felt when I was breaking up with my girlfriend.
Yeah,
when I was the one instigating the breakup, I felt much more comfortable with it than when she.
It's very different having somebody leave you than you deciding you don't want to be with them. It's a very different feeling.
Definitely. You all right, Oscar?
He's fine.
Okay. Is Oscar still there?
No, he's gone.
But our time is up for the evening.
It is? Yeah. We're done for the evening?
No way.
You've never been happier now, Drew.
No, I'm not happy.
You don't like us, Drew? What's wrong? What's
Stryker,
happening? You always enjoy us.
I can't say the words anymore I'd like to say.
What?
Hey, we still have
Making
4
the man
minutes,
feel
guys.
bad.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not doing that.
Touch me.
I personally feel terrible.
No.
Yeah, I'm hurt right now. Stryker just kissed Drew on the lips.
And now he's moving his way down his chest.
Oh my Lord.
For the record,
That feels kind of good.
this guy is I beyond enjoy working with Drew and talking to him, and he makes me feel so comfortable. And this is not a super easy thing to do.
I've had a couple of good days here. We really have. Have you guys been half of it, part of it?
Yeah.
But the knowledge that you've imparted when we listen to the show and helping people, it's badass.
Well, if he wasn't around, this would be a would be a comedy show.
And I tonight I was enlightened by Shavo's invitation to Adam Carolla. That was a great moment.
That was great. That was great.
I want him to hear it.
Don't worry.
It's on tape.
We'll make sure.
All right, now we really have to do a break, or we're going to get yelled at by somebody. I don't know who, because we don't make our own laws anymore, you bastards. Okay, more LoveLine, and we'll wrap up with System of a Down after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
You know what I'm saying out there?
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine. LoveLine, 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 LoveLine,
All right, we're actually running kind of late now. It's Stryker and Dr. Drew, System of a Down. Man, thank you so much, hanging out the whole time. You guys educated myself, probably educated Dr. Drew a lot because he needs a lot of help. But helping the kids, it was awesome. The show is April 24th at the Greek. It's sold out so fast. It's the Souls Benefit Concert benefiting the Armenian Genocide. And is there any last things that you guys would like to say about it? And if you could do it more on the quick end than that, it would help us all out. But I would love for you to get the last word in on this.
Thank you for letting us do this, and we appreciate everyone's support, not on just this cause, but every fan that, you know.
Let's see everybody on April 24th.
Yeah.
That's it? All right, so for Dr. Drew, I am Stryker. I am not going to say that because he's gone. Yes, Shavo?
He'll be back.
Good night.
See you later.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.